What do you want? Can we please go see this movie?
Now, don't I get any say in this?
So we start off with this guy Duke, reading a story to this lady Allie.
All right, now, where did we leave off?
Which is a terrible way to start a story for a patient with dementia.
Who was the night of the carnival?
And this guy Finn just won a prize for his girlfriend, but hits on other girls on his way to go see her with his friend Noah.
I am no one special.
Noah sees the girl that Finn's girlfriend is with, and he's like, she will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. But unfortunately, she's on a date with a member of the Lollipop Guild, and they're gonna go on the Ferris wheel. Allie is scared of Noah, but Sara convinces her that he's nice. She's also not very observant.
No, I'm surprised he even came over. I think he likes you.
Noah climbs up between them, and we see that the Lollipop Guild guy is quite the scholar as well.
So it's really nice to meet you. Who is this guy?
Noah then asks her out on a date. She says no, but he threatens to kill himself if she doesn't.
She doesn't actually say yes, does she?
Well, she doesn't want him to die, but I think the Lollipop Guild does.
Don't do me any favors.
No, I want to!
You want it?
Yes!
And so does the carny, who doesn't even try lowering him to safety. She agrees on the date, and then takes off his pants.
Why are you laughing?
And some girls I went to college with think that this is the most romantic story that they've ever heard.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think so.
The next day, he sees her, and he tells her that he's obsessed with her, and that he would change his entire personality to be with her.
I can be whatever you want. You just tell me what you want, and I'll be that for you.
So she tells him that she was just kidding about the date, and go to hell. Well, he looks at it as try harder stupid, and begins stalking her.
And when I see something that I like, I got it. I love it.
Their friends set them up on a date, and she isn't happy about it. But Finn and Sara made her so uncomfortable that she agrees to let Noah walk her home.
I'm a stupid woman.
She says that she's organized and on a strict schedule. So he says that she doesn't know how to have any fun, so he lays down in traffic.
What happens if a car comes?
You die.
He says he does it all the time, but he doesn't even get the color order right.
Watch them go from green to red to yellow.
You're dumb.
They then almost get run over, and she thinks it's the most fun she's ever had.
Adventures are for soldiers, or for the women the bullfighters fall in love with.
So they go back out into the street to maybe die again.
I keep trying to die, but they won't let me.
So they start spending a bunch of time together, and she finally goes over to meet his dad, who tries to cockblock him.
Come on, you want some breakfast? She is pretty, son. Dad?
She starts showing signs of mental decline.
Say I'm a bird.
No.
Maybe from all the paint fumes.
That's a damn picture there.
There's also signs of bipolar disorder.
I hate you. I hate you.
Her dad finds out that they're seeing each other, and acts really weird for a guy who just saw his daughter with a boy. He wants to meet him, so they have lunch, where they're disgusted by him being poor. But Finn is there, and they have the same job, so I don't know why they have this reaction.
He is trash! 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 Not for you!
What did they do for a living?
I'm not sure about everyone else, but I'm pretty sure her dad ties women to railroad tracks.
He's a really good man, Noah.
So that night she goes to Noah's house, but since his dad has a crush on her too,
Is that Allie out there?
they break into this abandoned house to hang out.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's not much, but I don't need a lot.
Well, he wants to buy the house one day, and she promises that she'll help him decorate it. And talking about the future makes them want to lay down on the ground, probably with a bunch of broken glass on it. Well, Noah's really excited about the future, but Allie romantically rambles on and on,
Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking right now?
making his firm stance go soft as she babbles.
Well, I guess I changed my mind.
Finn bursts in and tells him that her parents called the cops because her mom doesn't approve of Noah. Her mom says that he's going to ruin her future,
She will wind up with her heart broken or pregnant.
and Noah agrees.
Yeah, a gigantic piece of crap.
So he dumps her, even though he can go with her to New York and live for free.
You can come with me.
What am I gonna do in New York?
Me.
And she takes it well.
Do it! Oh! Stop it! Oh!
And then she goes all bipolar again.
Leave! Go! Go! No, just wait a minute. We're not really breaking up, are we?
Seeing an opportunity, her mom wants to take her home a week early. Well, she goes to the lumberyard to say goodbye, but he's not there. So Finn tells her that if he wants to talk to her, he'll write her a letter. Well, he does end up writing her, but her mom intercepts the letter.
No post on Sunday.
No blasted letters today!
Doesn't she have his address? Couldn't she just write him?
Well, that wouldn't be very ladylike or some crap. So he and Finn move to Atlanta.
Hold on. He made it sound like he never wanted to move.
Shut up. It's okay for rich guys to marry richer women and live off their money, but poor guys get laughed at by their friends if their wife makes more money than them. It's a really crappy double standard. But in this case, it really doesn't matter, because they just turn around and join the army. And Finn dies immediately.
Well, you can't have everything.
Allie becomes a nurse, and a statue asks her out.
Don't make it any harder than it already is.
She falls in love with him super quick, because he's a lot like Noah, but with money. Also,
He was handsome, smart, funny, sophisticated, and charming.
all of which Noah wasn't either.
Well, your parents must love him.
He proposes, and then she immediately starts thinking about Noah. Well, Noah gets back from the army and buys the house that he saw her naked in. He thinks he sees her and stupidly jumps off a bus and runs into traffic to find her.
You're gonna kill yourself!
I've lost track of the number of times I've been killed.
But when he does, she's with Lon, so he starts thinking that if he rebuilds the house just like she wanted it, she'll come back to him.
Noah had gone a little mad.
So the old lady is super invested in the story now, and she wants him to skip to the end. But he's like, well, we're just about to get to the best part, which apparently is Noah's dad dying.
You say that every day, you old devil.
Well, he finally gets it done, and when she doesn't show up, he wants to set it on fire,
Leave it alone. Let it go.
but puts it on the market instead. He keeps turning down people who are making offers on the house because he thinks that as soon as he accepts one, she'll show up looking for him. But that doesn't stop him from dating this lady with no lips.
Noah was desperate.
Somehow, Allie's wedding announcement is on the same page as the article about Noah fixing up the house. So seeing his picture makes Allie need to take a bath and stare at it. She goes to Lon and tells him that she needs time alone because she doesn't paint anymore.
So paint.
She drives to go see the house, and he just stares at her like a serial killer.
Are you okay?
So she leaves, or at least tries to. She has a crappy car that stalls if it gets lightly tapped. Noah then creeps up the side of the car, and she worries that he's gonna kill her, but he just asks her to dinner. At dinner, he reminds her that they're in the room that he saw her naked in,
Oh, so now I'm a tramp.
and this makes Allie really uncomfortable. But not as uncomfortable as when all of Duke's children show up and stare at her until she feels like she needs to leave.
Stop being dramatic and at least take some of the responsibility.
They go on a boat ride, even though he knows it's about to storm.
Why does everyone like to stand around and talk in the rain in movies?
And she figures that during a monsoon is the time that you need to confront him about not writing her a letter. But they kiss because he told her they did write. A little too much, actually.
I wrote you 365 letters.
You wrote me?
Yes!
They go upstairs, where she's much quieter this time. And also this time,
It's gonna be really hard.
Okay, should I be worried?
Martha shows up.
Why did you say that name?
And at first is upset. But then Allie invites her in, and now is happy that Allie came back to him.
I'm really glad that I came, Noah.
And since she was there all day while Allie was trying to get all the Noah she could get, there might be a good reason why.
She's sensational.
What does that mean?
But Allie's mom shows up to Noah's house to let her know that Lon is on his way. She was supposed to be back yesterday, so her dad told him about Noah. She then takes Allie to see this guy and tells her that she wouldn't let her date Noah because she was jealous. And if you do the math, this guy might actually be your dad.
You are 17 years old. You don't know anything about love.
I waited for you for 7 years.
She will wind up with her heart broken or pregnant.
25 years ago, we were out of our minds in love, let me tell you.
She also happens to have all the letters that Noah sent in her trunk. She tells Noah that he's basically her backup plan, and he's okay with this because he's obsessed.
Alright, well, you leave me no other choice then.
Suicide is never the answer, little trooper.
She takes off once again,
But don't you take the easy way out.
showing off her terrible driving skills. She talks to Lon,
Your parents.
If you marry me, then you will have lost a lifelong battle of defiance against them.
but ends up messing up Noah's lawn to move in. But I guess it's his own fault since he taught her how to drive.
You're trying to kill me, woman.
Back with the geezers, she realizes that he was telling her their story.
It was us. It was us.
She's now lucid and feeling randy.
Do you think that I could be her tonight?
I don't think so.
Come on, why not?
Then either forgets everything or comes to her senses about their relationship.
No! No!
Allie, sweetheart.
You don't know me, but I know me.
Well, that's what we do. We fight.
No!
And this makes Noah have a heart attack. When he wakes up, he seems fine and tries to sneak into the psych ward to see her. Apparently, this happens so often that they just drug her now instead of trying to explain what's happening.
Well, you see, you have to get the permission first.
He breaks into her room where she remembers him again. So he's been reading her the story over and over for years, hoping that she would regain her memory. And the one time she actually remembers on her own is the one time he didn't have a chance to read to her. So now that she's showing vast improvement, this is when she's worried about losing the rest of her memory.
No one in his right mind would do that. and he wouldn't have a lunatic living in his house.
So he tells her that their love can survive anything. The nurse then finds them both dead in the morning. My guess is murder-suicide.
I'll be seeing you.
But I am curious on how he did it.
With a little help from my friends on the nursing staff.
Didn't you say people think of this as one of the greatest love stories of all time?
Well, I didn't say smart people said it. But if you look past all the toxicity, the gaslighting, and the abuse, they have a typical relationship based on being 17-year-old morons and obsession.
Well, that's really stupid.
So what do you do, Noah?
I subscribe to YouTube channels I think are funny.
That's lovely, dear.
It's over. It's time to go home.
Okay, goodbye.